What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back for another reaction of a Schmoedown match, and this time it is another Inner Geekdom match, which is why I have my green marker set and ready to go. And it is a very anticipated rematch between Robert Parker and Chance Ellison. Obviously, Chance Ellison. Actually, I don't think Chance has competed in Inner Geekdom this year, but he did. He was in Spectacular last season against the now former champion, whose name shall not be mentioned today. But Robert Parker did beat out Brandon the Hitman Hanna earlier this season. So yeah, that's why he gets to move on in the rankings, and now facing off against Chance Ellison. And I believe that if Parker wins, he's gonna challenge Kalinowski for the belt. I think. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I just watch these matches and enjoy them. And yeah, as you can see, I'm wearing Corruption today. Nothing against Parker. You know, if you want my opinion, I think Parker's gonna win. I just hope Chance wins. That's the way it goes. That's just the way it is. But yeah, these two guys have battled each other once. Chance was the guy that put a huge stop to Robert Parker's advancement in the Inner Geekdom division. And, well, let's see how this rematch is going to go. So, yeah, obviously I will be participating myself. And I'm going to stop talking now, and let's watch the match. Here we go. There he is.
And new team champions once again.
Be careful not to choke on your own aspirations, and Cobra.
New singles champion of the world.
The worlds? How many worlds are you competing in?
And new Inner Geekdom Schmoedown champion of the world.
Hold on. Slow down there. Slow your roll, Dickie Doo, okay?
Dickie Doo! Kaiser is really rubbing off on him.
Go ahead, alright? Be my guest. But don't start pretending that one victory over me, by accident, by the way, puts you at my class in IG, okay? Because it doesn't. You have no class.
He's like accent.
A mini Kaiser. That's adorable. Now, Robert, something that you may not understand by now.
Why did you get all these bottles on top of those shelves?
This ain't the families anymore. You might have had
there last time.
A lot of other people down there. Not anymore. Because, yeah, let's look at your history, Robert. You came in 10th overall pick. Supposed to be this big, new, IG, scary threat guy. And how'd that work out again? How many titles did you win your rookie year? Meanwhile, I came in. I was a relative unknown. I was supposed to win a belt, and what have I done so far? Won 2 of them. Working on 3.
Technically the same one.
So, look, let me just paint you a picture.
You won the same
We're talking the monarchy of fan league players turned Schmoedown competitors. You're there. That's where you are. Maybe like a low-ranking court jester, prince, maybe a duke if you're lucky. Meanwhile, where am I? Right here, baby.
At the top of the top.
Everybody wants to be the king.
Okay. Kings fall, kings rise, kings follow. If you're the king, that means I'm the emperor. Okay. Last time, Chance, when you beat me, it was a stone cold fluke. And I'm about to prove that here today, alright?
Alright, fine. You want to keep calling my win a fluke? I can beat you a second time. Cobras eat spiders for breakfast.
Kinda, yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This is the part of the season, Mark Ellis, that I get so excited about because we start to get these matches. Yeah, we get the big 3 pay-per-views a month, and you get all those high-profile, big, huge matches. But because there's so many of them happening throughout the season, you get matches that wind up live to the public on public release, and this is one of them. This is an Inner Geekdom battle. and it's a rematch, and it's a feud that's been going on for way before the Schmoedown. It started in the fan leagues, and it's transferred over into the Schmoedown, and that, of course, is the inner geekdom battle between the Cobra, Chance Ellison, and the Spider, Robert Parker.
Yeah, intertwining family names aside, this does feel like Batman v Superman in the world of inner geekdom. That's why Christian and I wore our Sunday best, and I drank a full canister of TGRI Mutagen before this match, because we're going to need every ounce of our ability to keep up with these two. The answers come fast, they come furious, and they're generally accurate.
Yeah, there's so much to this match, because the winner of this match is going to go on to play the former champion Chandru, the Chosen, in a number one contender match. And
sounds kind of weird.
This is going to be a battle for Chance Ellison for sure, that he's been looking forward to, because he's already defeated Robert Parker in the Schmoedown. When Parker came in, he was this unbeatable rookie, and they met in the tournament, and Chance took the victory, and then Chance went on and wound up losing to Chandru at the Spectacular for the championship. But Parker was left stewing and getting angry and getting better, and he showed that again when he came back against Brandon Hanna, who he took care of fairly easily and TKO'd him. So you know that Parker wants revenge. You know that Ellison wants to prove because I think Parker even said that it was a fluke, and Ellison's like, well, I beat you in the fan leagues before. That wasn't a fluke, and it wasn't a fluke when I beat you in the Schmoedown. So this is going to be a hell of a battle. It's Corruption who needs it, and it's the Dungeon who's trying to add to that big lead. So this is exciting, partner.
Yeah, dare I mix my metaphors from DC now over to Marvel, but it's like Parker, I don't know if he has the beard, but he's like bearded Captain America. He's got a dark side to him that he's looking to tap into to take down Chance Ellison. But when you think of dark side, when you think of Sith, you think corruption. So it goes even bigger than these two great competitors. It goes Corruption versus the Dungeon. The Dungeon on top right now, Corruption looking to close that faction gap. There's a whole lot of history with these two factions, and here's a little look at just some of that.
I'm here to deliver a message. Not on behalf of Kaiser, but on behalf of the entire Dungeon. I'm here to take this division by storm. And I'm ready to take on anybody they're willing to throw at me. I'm not just here to play in it, I'm here to dominate it. The entire Dungeon is here to dominate it.
Hello, Robert.
I was wondering that we both someone reading a book.
And your winner, advancing to the next round, the Cobra, Chance Ellison.
Now, I was just thinking back to last year, how you said you were going to be this big new thing in IG. You were going to be the it factor. You were going to be the one who went straight to the belts in your rookie year. And then I shut down that show.
Chance beats Parker. Kalinowski beats Smets. Looks like Corruption's got the Dungeon's number. We did it again. Sit down and shut up.
We all saw what happened to Kevin Smets when he took a loss.
Absolutely.
Came back hungrier, came back with more fire in his belly.
You know, last time I played Chance, it was devastating. It was heartbreaking. I was broken after that match last year. But guess what? I picked myself up, I built myself back up, and I'm a new player now.
Yeah, I would love to play Chance. And I think if I played him 10 times, I genuinely think I would beat him 8 or 9 of them.
So when it comes down to it, I got the best bodyguards money can buy. I got the best team money can buy. And there ain't a damn thing Corruption can do about it.
Oh, yay me. I get to spend the next hour of my time listening to Kaiser talk in nonsensical circles.
He doesn't need any confidence. He came into this league a lethal man. All he needs from me is the guidance of someone who knows how to win championship belts. And that's how you become a big deal in this league.
You saw what I did to Brandon Hanna, Chance? Now it's your turn.
Everybody in the Schmoedown, including Roxy's got to go through the Dungeon this year.
I'm doing it for myself, and I'm doing it for Kaiser, and I'm doing it for the Dungeon. And that's exactly how we're going to carry it out for the rest of this entire season.
You're saying you're going to go on this run, and you're not going to miss a question, you're going to steamroll everybody who's in front of you, and I'm in front of you. One thing I can think about you in this situation is that you haven't learned a damn thing.
Look, I get it. You played a perfect match. Congratulations. You're focused, da-da-da-da-da. But you're kind of hit or miss, Parker, and Chance is always on. So maybe it's you who should be afraid.
If you think my win last year was a fluke, You're wrong. You're wrong. And if you think we are ever going to hand you that belt, well, you know the rest.
I am here to secure my rise to the title and to take that belt off Mike's waist, bring it back home where it belongs, to the dungeon. And I have the best crew to help me do it.
Nice! Nice! I love it! I guess that explains why he was in a car like Gucci. It would have been nice if Smith was there alongside Mara, but Mara and Dan, I love it.
Yeah, you know, when you look at that promo and when you see it, you forget how much history these two have, because Ellison was one of the first, maybe even the first of the fan league competitors to come out and have a lot of success. Parker was this just godlike figure in the fan leagues that everyone's like, oh, when's he getting there? When's he getting there? When's he getting there? And he finally does. And his accuracy is out of control. It's in the high 90s, but because of that loss, overrated. He's not overrated. He's a phenomenal player, and he's one of the best IG players that we've ever seen. But when you lose, you want to get your revenge. But if Ellison can get it done again, then he's going to have that thing over Parker where he's like, yeah, you might be good, but you just can't beat me.
Yeah, one's got a pocket watch that's going to help him tell time. The other has steely cobra eyes hidden beneath sunglasses. What are we going to see today? I don't know who's going to win, Christian, but I know it's going to be one hell of a matchup. Speaking of pocket watches, speaking of time...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the Inner Geekdom division. Introducing first, representing the Dungeon with a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 knockouts. He is the Spider, Robert Parker. The Spider, Robert Parker, is here. Robert, as I mentioned to you earlier, I know the history that has gone down with Ellison, and I know that that victory that he had over you last year, it's stuck in your craw. You were not happy with it. Is this almost like getting to a title match for you?
It will get there. It will feel like a title match just because of the vindication, right? He beat me last year, and fair and square, right? I was not as prepared as I should have been for that day. I am much more prepared today. All right, I'm looking forward to go on from here and win every single match that I have for the rest of this season, okay? I go on here after this, like, play Chandler. Right, that's a new match. That's new blood. People want to see that,
just to point that out.
He's not done with Chandler yet. Nobody wants to see Chance whiff another match against Chandler, right?
Chance hadn't played IG this season.
It's the revenge tour time. It's my time.
Really focused on teams.
Okay, Robert, we've seen your accuracy over the brief time relatively you've been in the Schmoedown. We've seen your competitive spirit even in a tough loss, and we've even seen a taste of your athleticism at a live event once upon a time. But don't you think you're getting a little ahead of yourself already thinking about Chandler when you have quite a formidable opponent that you're facing today?
I do. I'm taking this one question at a time, but everybody thinks of the future, right? Everybody thinks of what's the next thing, what's the next story, all right? And I know what that is for me. And yes, I am in the moment right now. I'm as zen as I have ever been, and that should scare Chance.
You know, and speaking of which, obviously the Dungeon having great success this year, and we know what you want to do against Chance and how this is going to be a big victory for you should you attain it. But it's that championship, right? That's the thing that you have been wanting, I think, before you were even a competitor in this league. So do you feel that this year, this is your year, and that you will be the champion at some point in the season?
I really do. I really do think that that belt will be around my waist, above my head by the end of the season. And if I have to go through Chance to get it, I absolutely will. If I have to go through Chandler to get it, I absolutely will. No matter how many people I have to beat to make that happen, that has always been my goal.
Though.
I'm here for the Dungeon. I'm here for Kaiser. And I'm here to put that belt around my own waist as well, right?
Well, good luck to you, Robert the Spider Parker. We'll see you in just a moment. And his opponent. Representing Corruption with a record of 4 wins, 2 defeats in the Inner Geekdom division. He is the former two-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Champion of the World and the 2020 Inner Geekdom Tournament winner. He is the Cobra Chance Ellison.
There's nothing I
The
hate
Cobra
more
Chance Ellison,
than
who
ads
has already picked up a victory
during the
in
announcement of the
singles division
players.
in the individual
I hate it when that
performance. Now,
happens.
Chance, as you get into Inner Geekdom, you had a hell of a run. You entered the Inner Geekdom tournament last year because your faction needed you. They wanted you to compete. Not only did you win it, you took out Mike Kalinowski in the finals, but you also took out Robert Parker, the unbeatable, who was supposed to be unbeatable, and you defeated him. So since then, I know Parker's been talking. I know he's continued to talk, saying it was a fluke. Does that type of stuff affect you, or does it just make it much more sweeter should you win here today?
I mean, it makes it sweeter because if I beat him here today, which I fully plan to do, he's got to come on camera and admit I was wrong. He has to come on and admit that it was not a fluke, and he's got to come on and give him my respect that I deserve. So that adds a little to this victory today.
Chance, out of the ring, you're a great person, and your last name is just about second to none. But inside the ring, when you look at not just your performance, but your faction's performance, it's a rare day and an odd season where corruption has to look up at the dungeon. So how was the faction handling not being on top, and how quickly can you get back up to that #1 slot?
Oh, very
Look,
good.
we know we have started off pretty cold this year, but we started off cold last year.
Yeah.
It's not about how you start. It's how you finish. And we are about to get ready to rally and make another run for the top of the standings again. Starting here.
I mean,
And last question for you here, Chance, before we
Mike
start
is
going here.
gonna
You talk about
defend the
moving up,
belt
getting there. You've been
eventually.
competing at an elite level
whether
since
he
you entered in
and
your
if
rookie season.
Chance wins here today,
I know that
he's
how much
gonna
that
defend it
singles
against
belt is like the big
Chance.
goal, but because of how
Either way,
well you
that's
did in
points
the
for
IG tournament,
corruption.
winning it last year and beating someone like a Robert Parker, Kalinowski, does that
Except, of
win
course,
last
if-
year make you say, look,
if,
I really think
Kalinowski does
that
manage
Chance
to
3
defend
belts
the belt
is a
against
possible
Chance,
thing?
It's going to be 8 points. And if
Look,
Chance
it's a
takes the
possible
belt
thing,
from
yes.
Kalinowski,
Could I
it's
do it if I
gonna be
wanted
7
to?
points.
Absolutely. I'm taking this one step at a time.
Either
I'm
way,
looking
like
at
I
what's
said,
in front of
points for
me,
corruption.
not what's
Either
ahead.
way.
What's in front of me right now is a spider I'm going to squash a second time.
All right, well, thank you to the Cobra, and now we bring in the Spider. All right, Mark, so both the Cobra, Chance Ellison, the Spider, Robert Parker, they are here. We are ready. What are the rules of round #1?
Yes, we do have laws, ladies and gentlemen, not mere theories anymore, and they are in Inner Geekdom. You get 10 questions in round #1 because we love it so much. Each question is still worth a point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round #1. We'll ask the question. Competitors have about 15 seconds to get that correct answer from the back of their noggin onto whatever writing surface they prefer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt into your microphone. You each have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. You're not sure you heard a question right, you want us to repeat it, you want to buy another 15 seconds to think harder, use the JTE rule. You can also simply say repeat. You also each have 1 challenge you may use at any point throughout the 3-round match. Christian, it's going to be a grudge match, and this one could go the distance and then some.
All right, so we start with Ellison. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
Parker, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round #1. Question #1. We're going to start with dystopian future and time travel. Who plays the villainous character known as the Deacon in Waterworld?
Oh, would that be Demon Deacon, as in Wake Forest?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I don't know how, but I knew it because I've known you for so
Right here.
long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
I mean,
hands
I know it's
up,
a wrong
please,
answer,
and
but it's
we're
an
gonna
answer
start here
nonetheless.
with Chance Ellison.
Kevin
Dennis Hopper.
Costner?
Yes, and the Cobra.
I'm the Spider, Dennis Hopper.
I mean,
1-1. All right. All right, Mark. Question #2.
they did say best
Here we
attempted an answer. That wasn't attempted an answer.
Spider Cobra. Now we go
It's
to
everything
Middle
incorrect
Earth for your second question. In The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, Bilbo gives narration about which dwarf king who at first possessed the Arkenstone and named it the King's Jewel?
Parker looks like he's already written that too.
Yeah, he's quick. I mean, he's a spider for a reason.
I know.
Remember how good he did in that exhibition, Lord of the Rings.
is.
5, 4, 3,
Wait.
1. Pens down, hands up, please, and we're going to start with Parker.
Thrain?
Thror.
Yes,
Thror,
and
yeah.
Ellison.
Roar.
You got it. All right, here's question number
I
3.
don't work well under pressure.
We're going to go to Marvel movies. Which Marvel film involves the characters Mark and Abby Miller, a father and daughter who seek protection from assassins?
Ooh,
Father,
precarious.
daughter?
Just not very nice, I don't think.
Not a good day. Not a good day for them at all.
And 5,
I
4,
have
3,
no idea.
2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please, and we start with Ellison.
Everyone's favorite, Elektra.
Correct. And Cobra. I mean, say it again, Parker.
That was
Electra.
It's really
that
messing.
wasn't a father-daughter.
See,
That was a
Christian, one
mother
of
and
them
a daughter.
I
is the
know.
Cobra, and the other one is
Yep.
the spider.
It was a mother and a daughter in Elektra,
All right, here we
and
go.
a mother and a
it's
son.
it's like Will
in
Ferrell.
Ghost
It's like Will
Rider
Ferrell in
Spirit of
Anchorman.
Vengeance.
All right, here's the next one.
Thank goodness my last name is not McGee. Your next question is in the category of fantasy, sci-fi, and the question. In the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Narnia hasn't had a Christmas in how many years, according to Mr. Tumnus? And Christian, I gotta tell you, Narnia sounds like an awful situation. You're hanging out one day, you walk through a painting, and now all these talking animals put pressure on you to save their kingdom. You've never heard of these people?
It's a lot of pressure. 5, 4, 3,
Thanks.
2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. We're going to start with the spider.
100 years.
20 years.
Yes. And for Ellison.
100.
Well, I mean, at least they're both
So
perfect
right
so
now,
far.
it is
Don't
tied
mind
up.
me. I'm just
4-4
sitting here
as we get to question 5. And now we're going to go to
answering
Jurassic
questions
Park.
incorrectly.
How many composers have contributed scores to the Jurassic Park franchise? Looking at a tight battle here already.
Look at these two, and you sense there's going to be a lot more correct answers today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. And we start with Chance.
3.
I said
Yes,
4.
Robert.
I said 4. I was
3.
Still tied up, Mark, as we get to question 6.
I knew
That's
it was
in the world of
3.
Star Trek, and it
Decided
is.
to change it to
Which
4.
Star Trek film features a research laboratory on the space station Regula 1 that is attacked by the film's villain? And shout out to those
Say
3
what?
Jurassic Park composers. John Williams, Don Davis, and Michael Giacchino, Christian?
Giacchino.
Giacchino.
And 5, 4,
Close.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Pens
I
down.
let the last
Hands
question
up,
get to me too
please.
much.
And this time we start with Parker.
Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan.
Yes. And Ellison.
Didn't have it.
Didn't have it. So Parker gets first blood here
face.
and goes up 6-5. 6-5 as we get to our next question. Our next question, it is going to be a mixed bag. Who plays Frank Shaver, a police detective with bulletproof skin in the film Project Power? Mark, I have to ask you, what the hell is Project Power?
I was going to say, what is bulletproof skin? You and I both perplexed.
Project Power. 5, 4, 3, 2,
No idea.
1. Pens down. Hands up.
if it's the one I'm
and
thinking
Mr.
of.
Ellison.
Is it
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Folks.
Yes, and Parker.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think
So
it's
both
the,
of these
the,
two
the
guys have heard of that
recent
film,
one.
and I must have
that
been
came out
sleeping.
last
All right,
year.
what is the next
I think
question?
it's
It's question
that
8.
one.
It is. Are we making up movies now? And they're still getting
Was
the
Jamie
questions
Foxx
right?
in that movie? Then?
Yes.
Still getting
All
it.
right. Let's go to Spider-Man films. We've heard of
Spider-Man.
these.
Speaking
The
of
question,
Jamie Foxx.
which Spider-Man film features cameo performances from the actors Joel McHale and Emily Deschanel?
So, as we see at the moment, Mark, it's 7-6. Parker with a 1-point lead and still playing perfect thus far.
Got to get Christian a Project Power hat to wear.
5. I would. 4. 3.
I know.
As long as it's cool. 2. 1. All right, pens down. Hands up, please. And we're going to start with Parker.
Into the
Spider-Man
Spider-Verse?
That's correct. And Chance.
Spider-Man the second.
The second.
All right, so right now,
Technically, he
at
wrote
the
down
moment,
Spider-Mom,
the score
but never mind.
is Robert Parker with a 1-point lead, 8. Ellison 7 as we get to question 9, graphic novels.
These questions, these are
Who
champion-level
plays
questions.
Doc, a saloon owner who is also the town doctor in the film Cowboys and Aliens? So that's the one. I think we've been doing movie reviews so long together, buddy. I'm pretty sure we saw that in the theater together.
I think we did. Or I think you saw it.
5,
I think
4.
I
No,
got
we saw
this
3,
one.
2,
I interviewed
Or
you.
maybe it's...
1. Hands down.
I don't know at
Hands
this point.
up, please. And we start with Chance Ellison.
Is it
That's
Harrison
Sam
Ford?
Rockwell.
Yes, it is. And Parker.
It's the great Sam Rockwell.
All right, well,
I'm
so
not used to
far,
missing
Robert
so many
Parker
questions in
has
round
been having a
one.
great round
Wait,
as he
who
is
came up
perfect
with
at
these
the
questions?
moment. But he needs to get this one in order to get that bonus question. It is 9-8. It is the 10th question. Here we
I
go.
won't ever let it to be said that...
And these two fellows have a little bit of a swashbuckler in them, and so we go to swashbuckling adventure. Your question for a point: Tony Amendola and Michael Emerson appear in what 2000s swashbuckling film?
All right, so Parker obviously looking to try to get himself keep up with that amazing accuracy that he's had. If he can add to that by getting
I'm
a
out.
perfect round.
I didn't answer a
And we go
single
with
question
5,
in this round.
4,
What gives?
3, 2, 1. Hands down, hands up, and we're going to start with Parker for the perfect round.
The Legend of Zorro.
Perfect round for Parker. And for Ellison.
The quite terrible Legend of Zorro.
Yes. All right. So Ellison only misses 1, but Parker missed nothing. So it is 10-9, and now Parker, you and only you will be getting this. You don't have to write it down. You just have to answer it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here's your question. Which Transformers film begins with a Spanish-speaking soldier named Fig wanting to eat alligator meat?
It's just called Transformers, the 2007 one.
That is correct for 1 more point. Alligator meat gives that extra point to the Spider, and he finds himself up by 2. It is 11-9 heading
really
into
don't
round
remember
number
that
2.
in the
Mark,
movie.
what are the rules of round number 2?
Hey, however you get your protein is just fine with us here at the Schmoedown. Round number 2 is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, doom,
I thought
justice,
that movie
destiny, all those
opens
things that are
with,
themes of inner geekdom movies. Each competitor gets a spin at that
Optimus
wheel. Once you
Prime's
settle on a
narr-
particular realm, you'll hear 5
voiceover just
questions
explaining about
in
the
that
Elf part.
genre. Each question is
Don't
worth
remember
2
that
points.
part in the movie.
No penalty for missing a question, but stealing, yeah, it's available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the point value recedes to a mere 1. So it is a 2-point lead for the Spider over the Cobra. Cobra with an impressive first round, but Spider with a perfect one and nailing the bonus question. So we go to you, Mr. Parker. Would you like to
even
spin
my
that
camera
wheel
gave
first
up
or
on this
defer
match at
to
this
your
point.
opponent?
I will defer to my opponent.
What's up, Chance? How you feeling over there, buddy?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Yeah? Good. Good. I don't think you're too worried about those 2 points right now. It's still so early in the game that there's plenty of time for things to go terribly wrong for him. And plenty of time for things to go very, very well for us. You're looking great. You're sounding great. I know you're in the zone. I know you got this. I don't want to say any of the other crap that you don't need to hear right now. I want to get that wheel up. I want to spin it. I want to see what we get for you here.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, the wheel is up, and now the spin is in from Corruption.
It's an all business queen of corruption today, Christian.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be... No, X-Men. X-Men. So you're going to get 60 seconds to decide, Chance, if you want to stay on X-Men.
Okay. I've seen all these movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some broader stuff on there, stuff I'm not as familiar with as I am with the X-Men. I think I like it.
Do it.
All right, let's go. Let's take it.
Do it if you like it.
All right, so the choice is in for the X-Men films,
The X-Men.
and we'll now bring back Parker. All right, so Chance, you're going to get 5 questions in the realm of X-Men. Are you ready? Here we go. Rose Byrne played the role of Moira McTaggart in how many X-Men films?
2.
It's correct.
Finally, I got a question right!
Here's question 2. Who plays Rain Sinclair, Rahne Sinclair, also known as Wolfsbane in New Mutants?
Maisie Williams.
2 more points.
I love that movie. I just don't
In
remember the name of the
X-Men,
character.
2000 X-Men, which mutant kills Sabretooth? Five, 4, 3.
One is on Wolverine, but
Is it A, Storm, B, Jean Grey, C, Wolverine, D, Cyclops?
I think it was Wolverine
Cyclops.
when they were fighting on top
That's
of
correct
the...
for 1 more point.
Okay, maybe not.
So far, that is 3 questions, 2 left. Here is the next one. You'll find Rogue in Meridian, Mississippi, where she accidentally harms her boyfriend at the beginning of which X-Men film?
X-Men 2000.
It's X-Men, the first one.
It's correct. All right, here is the last question for Chance Ellison in this round in the X-Men films. In which X-Men film will you hear Charles Xavier say, just because someone stumbles and loses their path, it doesn't mean they're lost forever?
Is it Logan?
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Oh, yeah.
It's correct for
that's
2 more
right.
points.
That-
Big
that-
round for Chance
that
Ellison.
makes
Good
so
round for
much
Chance
more
Ellison
sense.
as he picks up
Logan.
2 more points here and finds himself now with a 7-point lead over Parker. It's 18-11, and now it is the Spiders' chance to spin.
I was just going over a partial list of some of my favorite things. Number 1, being greeted by Kevin in the winner's circle. Number 2, En Vogue's cameo in Coming to America. He still got it.
Yep.
And number 3, watching Robert Parker scare the living crap out of everybody he goes up against. Now, you know, Ellis, I'm not a smart man. I only got a 7th grade education, but I do something better than most people in this league, and that's have fun. And I'm going to have fun watching Parker thrash Chase Ellison and send Shannon back to that
Ellison.
truck stop in Tulsa where she used to pump gas before she started her Schmoedown career. Parker, today is your day. You have set the tone. Let's take care of business and spin that wheel, baby.
Let's make it happen.
All right, so the wheel is up, and we take the spin here from the Spider. All right, we see,
Kaiser was great as
obviously...
the villain Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I'd say you saw him on the docks of the Rocky franchise, but that's swashbuckling. That's swashbuckling adventure.
Even if it was
So
X-Men,
you
I
got
think
60
it would
seconds
lean
to
over
decide,
the
starting
sort of,
now.
Swashbuckling.
We
Well,
like
guys
this
are-
category.
Yeah, the dungeon's been putting in work on this. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. Let's keep.
Final answer.
There
All right.
goes my
Final
chances
answer. All
of
right, well,
getting
thank
any
you.
points today.
Thank you to Kaiser and to the Spider. So, Mark, swashbuckling adventure has been the choice for the Spider. So you'll be asking 5 questions to the Spider in the swashbuckling adventures category.
Yep, here we go. We first met in Green Bay, then out in Los Angeles, and now our paths cross again in the virtual world where I have 5 swashbuckling questions for you should you miss or your opponent to possibly steal. For 2 points, Spider, who plays unscrupulous railroad tycoon Latham Cole in The Lone Ranger?
Tom Wilkinson.
That's a very good Tom, and that is correct for 2 points. And all of a sudden, that 7-point lead from Chance Ellison is now 5 points. Parker has a chance to cut it to 3 with this next one.
To watch that movie
In
again.
Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, Blackbeard is able to control every part of his ship using what?
His sword.
That's probably a metaphor for something else, and that is correct for 2 more points.
I'm glad they didn't ask for the name of the sword, but whatever.
Round number 2 so far. Your third question in the category of swashbuckling adventure in the classic Raiders of the Lost Ark. According to legend, what city is the Lost Ark supposedly buried in?
The legendary city of Tanis.
I was going to go with Schenectady, but you are correct for 2 points, and here is where we stand. It was a 7-point lead when Parker began his round 2. It is now just a 1-point lead for the Cobra. The Spider could overtake it with his penultimate swashbuckling question. Here we go. What is the name of Zorro's horse in The Mask of Zorro?
That would be Tornado.
It's a cool word and an even cooler name for a horse, and now the Spider is on top of the Cobra, and Christian, he's looking to gain as much of a 3-point advantage to trap a snake in a web going into round 3. We'll find out right now with your final swashbuckling adventure question, and it is, who plays Cutler Beckett in the Pirates of the Caribbean series?
Oh, that imbecile.
Tom Hollander.
Yes, that's right.
Why'd you get that ER in the end? That is correct for 2 points. And Christian,
why
it was
did I blank
great
on it? I didn't
round 2
bother
for
to
the
think
Cobra,
about it.
an even better one
knew it
for
was
the
Tom
Spider.
Hollander.
Now he has a 3-point lead as we careen into round 3.
I just given up. At
Yeah, that
this
was a
point.
really scary round by the
not my
Spider. But
match.
as you said, Ellison had a very good round. Also in round 2, and we see ourselves 21-18 as we get into the final round. It is round number 3.
And plus the existence of a Tom Holland.
Anyone's ball game, because a total of 10 points are possibly available for each competitor. They could get those points by answering 3 questions. Those questions we get from you. You give us a series of numbers. These numbers may range from 1 to 16. We need 3 from each competitor. You may not pick the same numerals as your opponent. Each integer corresponds to a unique category of Inner Geekdom Schmoedown mystery. First question is worth 2 points. Next one worth 3. Final question, 5 points. So, Mr. Parker, we go to you and your spiderly ways first. You have a 3-point lead, so you have the option of giving us your 3 lucky numbers first. What do you got?
You're muted.
You're muted, there, Parker.
Sir.
Again?
Unmute.
I'm sorry. Let's do 8, 9, and 4.
So Parker just had his 3 numbers of 8, 9, and 4. And for Ellison?
I'll go 6, 16, and 5.
6, 16, and 5. So that's 8,
16
9,
for
and
Marvel.
4 for Parker. 6, 16, and 5 for the Cobra.
Am I
60
on
seconds,
or
Mark.
am I muted? You know, I can't tell. Is this
Yeah.
going? Can we hear me? We're live. We're large and in charge. Parker, outside of passing go and collecting my $200, there's nothing I love more than beating corruption. Beating them in the Schmoedown, beating them in Hungry Hungry Hippos, pin the tail on the Kalinowski. I don't care what game. I want to beat them so bad. I want you to clear the slate right now. Take exact revenge.
How does
Okay?
he come up
The
with
dungeon
this
was up at
stuff?
6 in the morning, training you. Adam Witt made you pancakes. That's because we believe you and we love you, brother. Finish strong. Today is your day.
Thanks, Kaiser. The revenge tour continues, man. Let's finish it out.
Seems to me they forgot that there's still one more round to play. They haven't beaten us yet because they still have to go through and answer some questions. So whatever Kaiser's chirping about over there, don't even bother. And also, Kaiser, you wish I would pump your gas. Chance, you're still in this. You've got all your JTEs left. If you have a challenge that sounds legit, throw it out there. Don't give up on yourself here. It's 3 points. Anything can happen.
Check.
Round 3 is still round 3. Who's speaking during my time? Is that Kaiser's idiot? Stupid man. Now's the time to mute yourself, Kaiser. Now you mute. Jesus. Anyway, Chance, you're still locked in. You still got this. How you feeling?
No, I feel great. Look, multiple choice one. Let's look at every question right. And look, third round, I'm doing pretty solid in our training sessions on my 3s and 5s. So I'm ready to go. 10 points. Let's get it.
Get it. Let's get it, baby. I believe in you.
All right, thank you to Corruption, and now we bring back Parker. All right, Mark, Parker is back, and now we will start round number 3. Chance Ellison is going to start us off here, and he's got to hit his 2 and his 3, or at least get his 3 to tie it. And we will start him with category 6, Mark, and that would be in the realm of Planet of the Apes.
I enjoyed that, Planet. All right, Chance for 2 points and to cut Parker's lead to a mere 1 point. Your question. Who directed 2001's Planet of the Apes?
Tim Burton.
For some reason, Tim Burton.
Yeah, for some reason, yeah.
That's correct on all counts.
I agree.
And the score is
You are
now
correct, sir.
21-20. Chance
Of all
Ellison
the
can take the
director's
lead with
questions
his
in that
3-point question.
category, You have to go with the most.
All right,
obvious
so
one.
the 3-point question for Chance, in order to avoid the TKO, it comes in the realm of DC, which is category 16.
Dick.
It does. So Chance for the lead to avoid a TKO. In the film Justice League, Alfred says, do I know you? To which Justice League member?
Cyborg.
Alfred always has those quick quips, and that is correct. And it's not going to be a TKO today, Christian, and Parker's not getting off that easy. Now
No,
Chance
go for
Ellison
you.
has a 2-point lead, and the Spider has to answer some questions.
That's right. Parker, in order to tie it, just needs to hit his 2-point question, which comes in the realm of category 8. And that would be graphic novels. Graphic novels.
If he gets this,
All
Chance
right,
gets
graphic
his
novels
5.
it is. Don't worry, not the ones
Parker
you read.
misses
These
his
are
3,
film
and he gets his
adaptations of
5.
graphic novels.
That's a sudden death.
And your question,
Math.
Robert, for the tie, which actor plays Adrian Veidt, a.k.a. Ozymandias, in Watchmen?
Matthew Good.
And it is good that you got that question correct, because I'm not
Well,
sure
he
I pronounced his
wasn't good
last
in the
name
movie.
right, but you got it. It is
His
a tie
character,
ball
by the way,
game,
not the actor.
23 all.
It was a bad.
It's 23-23.
bad
We're
man.
going to stick with the Spider here, Robert Parker, who's going to try to take the lead and force Ellison to answer his 5-pointer. So, Robert Parker, in order to take the lead, you chose category 9, comic book movies. Comic book movies.
Comic books generally easier to read than
graphic
graphic novels, but
than
again,
to-
these are the movies. Here's your question for a 3-point lead, Robert. Chiwetel Ejiofor plays James Copley, a former CIA agent grieving the loss of his wife. In what film?
The Old Guard.
Could be another movie we
Oh,
made up,
yeah,
Christian,
yeah,
but that is
yeah,
correct
yeah,
nonetheless for 3 points, and now we go
forgetting
back
that's
to
a
the
comic
Cobra
book
for a
movie.
5-pointer. He's got to
Wasn't a
have.
fan of that movie. By
Yeah,
the
he's
way.
got to
Just
hit
wanted
this
point
one in
that
order
out.
to force Robert
Really
Parker
wasn't a
to hit
fan.
his 5. If he hits it, it forces it back to Parker. However, if he misses, Parker will go on to win and face Chandru in a number 1 contender match.
Oh,
All right,
great.
so
They have to go up
Ellison,
against
you chose
frickin'
category
Chandru
5
again.
for your 5-pointer, and that would be a mixed bag. So
That's gonna be tough.
here is your question, Mark.
Question mark.
All right, Chance. For 5 points, the lead to stay alive in the match. Your mixed bag question is, who plays the gangster, Eddie Valentine, in 1991's The Rocketeer?
The gangster? Wait. Is it Bob Hoskins?
4.
Read the question.
First one.
All right, 2 JT rules remain. Who plays the gangster Eddie Valentine in 1991's The Rocketeer?
I think it might be Bob Hoskins.
5. 4.
Read the question.
Second one. All right, you have 1 remaining. Who plays the gangster Eddie Valentine in 1991's The Rocketeer?
John Polito.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Robert the Spider Parker.
The answer, Mark, was Paul Sorvino was the answer. Paul Sorvino was the answer, and Robert Parker
Still muted. Thank
is.
goodness.
Yeah, Mark, the Spider now is 4-1, taking the victory from his nemesis, Chance Ellison. 4-1, and he's going on to play Chandru the Chosen Dandapani in a number 1 contender match.
Ooh.
And I know that Kaiser's excited about that, to get some revenge once again on Chandru. So, all right, gentlemen, congratulations. That is 3 points picked up again for the dungeon. We're going to throw it to Jen in just a moment, so thank you. That was Parker. I mean, you look at that performance by Chance against most competitors in the Inner Geekdom division. He wins.
Yeah.
But Parker, I think perfect again. I mean, the guy is firing on all cylinders. This is the Parker that we heard so much about. This is a Parker who has stepped up his game, and this is a scary, scary contender. Dondapani versus Parker is something of that's a legendary matchup right now. That can go any way. It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be great. And so you look at Robert Parker and his career trajectory thus far. He came on like gangbusters and then hit sort of a tough patch. But when you go look at our fantastic statistics team at the Schmoedownlive.com, headed up by Frankie Numbers Janish, you look at what you mentioned in our pre-show, his accuracy, his numbers, his stats speak for themselves. And that bore fruit today in the form of beating a legendary competitor in Chance the Cobra Ellison. So the Spider further cements his legacy, but like he said in his interview before we got the match going, he's also thinking about Chandra, and now he's going to get his shot.
Well, we're going to hear a lot about that potential matchup. We're going to hear about this matchup today. We're going to hear about all of it because both Kaiser and Parker, who like to talk, are standing by with Jen Sturger. Jen?
The talkers.
Gentlemen, congratulations on another victory. Kaiser, I'm just so... I mean, I should be used to seeing you in the winner's circle at this point, no?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times I got asked to see the dog? It's like the third time I've won a match and I haven't seen Kevin. I said a partial list of my favorite things. Seeing Kevin in the winner. There he is. This is why I play
I'll
the
just
game,
let
to
him
see
do
Kevin.
my interviews from now on for you, if that's the way you like it.
He's trained by the best. Listen, Jen, the dungeon is the future. Okay, we are the new mutants, and corruption is the old mutants. They're the ones that live in the low-rent retirement home with poor plumbing. The dungeon is the watchman. Corruption is pretty much the watch-alongs. We are the future of this league. We are going to win a faction title when big players like Parker put up big wins. That's what happens. We're on a tear now. Now, Parker said something. We ain't done with Chandra yet. You think we just wanted to beat up on him once? Chandra, I hope you're watching because this one's going to feel even harder. This one's going to be a real tough one to take when Parker kicks your teeth in. He went perfect again, so buckle up. I hope you're studying.
Parker, how did it feel to be able to avenge your last loss to Chance?
It was good, but I gotta say, we're talking about it being a revenge tour. Up until this point, it really has just been all business, all right? I'm in the business of winning matches. I'm in the business of playing perfect. What I did against Hannah, what I did here today against Chance, I didn't enjoy it, all right? It was just business. Against Chandru, I'm going to enjoy it. That one is
And I'm going to enjoy that too.
Do you feel like your time against Chance and Hannah this season and those
champion
wins
back
have
in the
somehow
gutter where he
propelled you
belongs?
into getting past the things that may have been considered your weaknesses before?
Yeah, definitely. Along with the rest of the dungeon, I mean, we have the best crew around, and that goes for every sense of the word, whether it's studying, personally, whatever it takes. We're here for each other, and I think we've proven that throughout this season. As far as my weaknesses, I did take a loss last year to Chance really hard, and I went into the shadows for 9 months, 8 months, 10 months, however long it was.
Number one
I
contender
came out
match.
and haven't missed a question
No
since.
chance in
so
hell
thank
he's
you, Chance,
gonna
for beating
lose
me into
to the
perfection
former
last year.
fake champion.
I mean, we have to obviously discuss the elephant in the room. Kaiser, I don't feel like there's a manager out there that has quite the game footage on Chandru that you do. Let's face it, you've already faced him twice with Smets and Mara. What is it about Chandru that drives you insane? Like, what is it?
He's the despicable character, that's why!
His stupid fucking haircut. Oh, sorry. You
Whoa!
His stupid haircut,
Kaiser,
for one, is aggravating. I mean, the guy dresses like an old lady at a bus stop. He has no fashion sense. If you're going to have a team named Swag, maybe actually get him some gear that he can wear in public. Because he looks like Norman Bates' mother the way he dresses. It's a total embarrassment. He has no class. In the dungeon, it's all class. Look at Parker's got a $3,000 suit on. I mean, and after this match, we're going to buy him a new one. I'd like to see, I think green, maybe get a green, reddish kind of thing going on. I don't know, Jen, you could probably
That'll work
with that.
But let's face it, Kaiser, Chandru's one of those players that just is incredibly good at the head games aspect and getting in his opponent's head. And it's
Not for Parker, though.
What are you guys going to do to combat
Not
that?
for Parker.
Not miss any questions.
Yeah.
That's what I plan to
That's
do.
the best thing you can do at
Same
this
thing I've been
point.
doing for the last 2 matches. Look, I can handle head games, right? I've played people in the past, not just here in the Schmoedown, but in years prior. I know how to handle that. And not only that, I have the crew behind me to help me prep for that as well. You think nobody can talk trash on you while you miss questions like a Bateman or someone like that, right? I have people around to help me prep for those situations. And both the trivia, the gameplay, whatever it is, I am firing on all cylinders, and this is my season.
Well, I'm sure Swag and Chandru are both watching this match right now, and so I guess I have to say to you two gentlemen, is there anything that you would like to say to them before I let you go?
Dueling with Chandru and Winston is like dueling with 2 unarmed men. Okay, we are going to take advantage of them. We're going to beat them up. And look, I mean, first of all, the guy you want to play before you play Chandru is Chance Ellison, who's one of the greatest players in this game. So I'd like to thank him for putting up a damn good fight today, because he is one of the best. And this is the ultimate mock match. I mean, when you get to play against a great one like that. Now, right, Chance, I've been telling you for years, you got to lose that manager. She's dragging you down. You can do so many better things in this league. Okay, but Jen, it's not over yet. The saga continues. You know, we may be in the lead in the standings now, but I only accept first place at the end of the season after the last point is scored. So this dungeon crew is going to keep rolling, and I'm proud of the work they're putting in, and I couldn't be more happy. But hey, we start work again tomorrow. So
yeah, and we couldn't do any of it without a leader like you, man.
Get Chandru some new clothes, for Christ's sakes.
He really does need to upgrade his wardrobe. It's true.
Bum.
Parker,
No
any
class.
final words to Chandru and Swag from yourself?
Like Kaiser said, I would say upgrade your wardrobe, maybe upgrade your manager, and get ready, because this train is not slowing down. I'm not taking tomorrow off. I'm not taking the next month off. All right? You saw what happened when Mara played him. I'm going to do the exact same thing, and maybe even play my best game ever. Maybe he'll make me hit a 5. Who knows?
Well, best of luck to you, and congratulations again, gentlemen, on a well-fought victory.
Thank you.
All right, so obviously the dungeon gearing up for that Chandru match, and that's going to be a legendary match here. We haven't seen Chandru since his title loss against the dungeon's Mara Kanopik. So they do have game tape on that side, but this is a different Chandru than the Chandru that faced Mara. At the time when he played Mara, he was a little more, he wasn't vibing with Winston at the time. They seem to have gotten that out of the way. They seem to be ready, and this is a #1 contender match to see who they're going to be facing. So this is going to be some kind of matchup.
Yeah, whatever magic Winston worked at the beginning of the season to right his faction, they're going to need a little more of that if they want to beat somebody of Robert the Spider Parker's caliber, or even a Chance of Cobra Ellison for that matter. Now, obviously, Chance took the loss today, so he will not be facing Chandru in the interim, but he still gave one hell of an effort today. And when you talk about managers, I don't think it's any issue with corruption at all. I think they still have their ducks in a row. They're looking to get on a hot streak. They were hoping that might start today. Was not the case. The dungeon takes the L. It'd be nice if Kaiser could just get out of the way and let us look at that gorgeous Van Halen album behind him. But now we are going to go to corruption. Chance the Cobra Ellison taking a tough loss here today. His manager, Shannon Barney, back with our own Jen Sturger.
Tough loss today again for corruption, Shannon, but you still seem to have a smile on your face. You have to feel pretty good about the way Chance played this afternoon.
He played absolutely incredible. The kid missed 2 questions, and Indy agrees. Indy agrees that he played really, really well today. You know, and it's hard. How many times can you say this? When you're playing against a perfect game, what can you do? And Christian, oh my goodness, you shut up. Mike must be coming back. Any other player, any other Intergeekdom player in this match against Chance likely would have lost. But when you play a perfect game like Parker did today, unfortunately, you don't have the room for any kind of error. That aside, Chance was playing out of his mind. He was playing so great at an elite level like he always does. So yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm always proud of him. He's a beast. He's insane.
Chance, the war between you and Parker rages on. Any thoughts on today's match?
No, I mean, look,
The Empire
I've known
Strikes
Parker longer
Back
than
of
anybody in this
that
league,
ma-
so I know the one
between
thing you
Chance
cannot
and
do is give him
Parker.
any leeway. That's what I did, and that's why I lost today. But yeah, I mean, look, I picked it up. Like I said, I still played well, only missed 2 questions. My 5 scenes come from a barrage of mediocre to bad movies, so those don't tickle me as much. But yeah, no, I really wanted to win today. Mostly because the only reason I wanted to win was for this lady right here, because she deserves a win. I wish I could put some points for you. I do apologize, but I'm gonna pick it up. I'll pick it up.
No. You guys put in the work, and that's what matters. It doesn't always translate to points sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's why we just keep looking forward.
So looking forward, where do we go from here, Chance? Is your focus going to be in Inner Geekdom? Where's your head at in terms of what do you want to do next in the league?
Well, look, nobody in this league can do what I can, which I can do just about anything Shannon needs me to do. I know we got the tournament coming up. I would love to be our rep in that tournament, but we'll see how that's working out. If Shannon wants to put me in, I'll gladly enter back in and win that thing again.
The IG tournament, or
I got
is
singles
it a
coming up.
Tournament?
I got teams coming
up.
Both. Look, Parker says training doesn't stop. My training doesn't stop either. I got plenty of things to do. I got plenty of points to pick up for my faction.
Absolutely. And Shannon, let's face it, that's when corruption did the most damage last season, is during those tournaments.
Yeah.
So how are you looking forward to tournament season this year?
Indy was speaking for me. We love tournament season. He loves tournament. We all love tournament season here at Corruption. This is where it starts. Are you kidding me? Everyone's hyped up for tournament season. I will say though,
I definitely heard Mike
who
in the
mentioned
background.
earlier where we're looking up at the dungeon and how that must stink, and it stinks because they don't wash their butts, so it's really, really smelly. Looking
I think that was
up
Kaiser you're referring.
I'm not a fan of that. So I'd like to get above them, so we don't have to smell that anymore. But right now, we got to put in the work, and we got to hope for our luck to change here.
Well, tough loss today again, Shannon and Chance. But again, tournament season is upon us, and I cannot wait to see the damage you guys are about to do.
Hey, Parker, we ain't done. We're 1-1. Gotta have that other match sometime. Let's do it. I'll beat you again.
Amen to that.
All right, so obviously, Shannon said it. I said it before too. This is nothing for Chance to say. Oh, I can't hang in the IG league. Of course he can. IG division. Of course he can. He missed 1 or 2 questions, whatever it was. It's just that Parker's on a mission. I think that if you look at that's the what he had in his eye in the IG division.
The best of us.
That's what Chance had last season
that's all that happened.
in the IG division. I think Chance has that in teams. I think Chance has that in singles. I don't take away from the way that Chance played. There's this type of level, and then there's just that step up of that person that just will not quit until they accomplish what they want to do, and that's where Parker is at this moment.
Yeah, well, it's tough to tell the look in Chance's eye because he's got those cool-looking sunglasses. But, yeah, you would think Robert Parker and Chance Ellison, we haven't seen the last of them do battle. Hell, the way Chance acted in that post-match interview, I think he's ready to do another 3 rounds right now. Unfortunately, I'm told we don't have time for that. But these guys are going to be rivals for a long time to come, for many seasons more in the Schmoedown. And we got another classic chapter in that rivalry written today.
That's right. So Chandru Dandapani, the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom champion of the world, will be back at it in a #1 contender match against the Spider Robert Parker. He finally gets his opportunity at a championship, and he's got to go through the chosen one in order to do it. Here are the standings as they are today. And as you see, the dungeon adding more points to that lead at the moment. And Jen mentioned it. Tournament season not too far away. We have had a couple of tournaments, obviously, whether it's the teams and the the teams and the Star Wars, but there's all the massive big Ultimate Schmoedown tournaments, and they're right around the corner. All you guys, what you can do is you join patreon.com/Schmoedown. You get our 3 pay-per-views. We're going to get some of those finals matches from those tournaments that I mentioned, upcoming matches, title matches, all of it. You go to patreon.com/Schmoedown. At the $10 tier, you get all of them, or you can go to the schmoedownlive.com. We're going to be bringing back live events sooner than later, so make sure you check the schmoedownlive.com for tickets to where we might be. So go over there, check it out, keep informed on the Schmoedown Twitter. Go follow us at the Schmoedown so you know when those tickets are on sale, that you can be one of the first people to come back and see us live when we're live.
going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one. And it's going to be a great season. And it already has been a sterling match-filled, performances-packed Season 8 War the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And it's only going to get more intense. So for our entire crew behind the scenes here at Skybound, our questions written by our head writer and his incredible staff. That would be PJ Campbell. That is Christian Harloff over there. For Chance, Robert, Shannon, Kaiser, I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Thanks to the great Jen Sturger and to all of you for watching today.
Whoa, why did they cut him off? What happened? Why would you do that? Anyways, I only got 5 questions right in that match. It's one of the worst IG matches I've played. Maybe ever. I don't know. That round 1 was just out of this world. I didn't get a single question right in round 1. And that never happens to me in IG. And I'm mad at myself for it. But, you know, this isn't about me. This is about the Schmoedown. And like I said, I was rooting for Chance all the way. But Parker is the one that came up with the victory today. And good for him. Because I'd much rather see him go up against the fake champion Chandru than Chance. Because Chance, you know, already lost to him once. Maybe he's still a little shook up. He did miss a couple of questions in this round. Parker went perfect, and he's going to go up again. He's going to need to go perfect again against Chandru in order to beat him and prove once and for all that he does not belong in the upper echelon of IG competitors. That's just my quick biases against Chandru for out of the way. Anyways, congratulations to the Spider, and my condolences to the loser. And I have one more match to hopefully get through before the pay-per-view starts. So I will see you in the next one. Schmoedown!
Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.